Yo, what's up, guys? Bravo YGO here, coming at you with another video. And today I'm going to be bringing you guys the Plunder list that I played at the Tulsa Regional. Like I said, I wish I would have done better. Went 5-4, not great. But this is the list that I use. I'll give you guys main deck, extra deck, and side. And we will start with the main deck and get into it. Main deck consists of 41 cards. We have 3 Whitebeard, 3 Redbeard. This is the reason why it was 41. I didn't want to play. I didn't only want to play 2 Redbeard. I did games 2 and 3. I did side 1 out, so I did side 1 Redbeard out. But I was more comfortable playing with 3 Redbeard at the start. 3 Black Eyes, probably the best card monster in the deck. So good. 3 Golden Hair. And 3 Bluebeard. So we just maxed out on all of the plunder names as far as monsters go. It's never bad to draw one. All of them are pretty good in their own right. So we just maxed on all of them, increase our chances of having a plunder in hand to get our extra deck monsters effects off. That is it for the plunder monsters. We did play the adventure stuff, the Brave Engine in this deck. So standard ratios for the Brave Engine: 3 Enchantress, 1 Griffin Rider as far as the monsters go. Pretty standard stuff. Nothing too out of the ordinary there as far as the Brave Engine monsters go. And next up for the monster hand traps, we played 10 hand traps in total if you count the imperms. But for the monster hand traps, you ran 3 Ash, 2 Ogre, and 2 Nib. Now, initially, instead of those 2 Ogres, I was playing 2 Veilers. And like at the last moment, I decided to switch those out for the Ogres. And I think that was a very, very good decision. I think Ogre performed really well for me over the course of the tournament. Yeah, and I feel like in a situation where I had Ogre, and if I had a Veiler in that same situation, it definitely would not have been as good. So Ogre was for sure the correct call. That's it for the monsters. Moving on to the spell cards. 3 Shipyard, best card in the deck. Best plunder card in the deck for sure. Literally discard a card, search any plunder card. Super free when you get to like discard an Enchantress and get your search, that you can trigger Enchantress and Grave. The Brave stuff and the plunder cards really synergize really well together. I think plunder, more so than a lot of decks, has a lot more synergy with the Brave cards. 3 interactions like that. Next we have 3 Right and 1 Faithful. Another reason why I say the plunder cards have more synergy than other decks do, and do 1 Dragoback as well. Then other decks do because of Faithful Adventure. Faithful Adventure actually protects your plunder monsters when they're equipped from the first time battle. A lot of people don't know that. It came up a few times during the tournament where my opponent would go battle phase, swing into my plunder monster that was equipped, and they would ask, "Can he not be destroyed?" And I would say, "No, he cannot because of Faithful Adventure." So super good. No need to explain the Right and the Draco Back. We know what those do. Right gives you the token. Draco Back gives you the bounce. Super good. Draco Back, crazy card in like the trap matchups, or you gotta deal with like annoying floodgates. Really good. And for the last 3 spells, it's just 3, just 1 Call Bow, 1 Terraformer, and 1 Foolish Burial. Terraformer gets you a field spell. Call Bow protects your plays, and 9 times out of 10, Foolish Burial is dumping you Enchantress to get to your Brave Engine. But a lot of times throughout the tournament, I had an Enchantress in hand or Right in hand. But I had the only plunder card I had was Black Eyes. The only plunder monster I had was Black Eyes. So I would dump a plunder off Foolish Burial and add it back with Black Eyes. I did that a couple times throughout the tournament. So Foolish Burial, really good. And for the last 4 cards of the main deck, there's 3 Imperm. This is the round out the 10 hand traps, and the 1 Plunder Patrol booty. Now, moving on to the extra deck. Like I said, main deck is 41 cards. To the extra deck, we have 1 Amirage, 3 Blackbeard, best card in the extra deck, 1 Geonator Transverser. Bro, Geonator went so crazy during this tournament. I did this twice. I did this 2 times. I nibbed my opponent, and he got like a super huge token. And I would have like a Whitebeard or something in hand. And I normal summon a Whitebeard, use the nib and Whitebeard to make Geonator. And use Whitebeard effect to go Golden Hair into the zone the Geonator points to, and I switch control of the token, and my I said Whitebeard and my Golden Hair, and I just attack for game. Like I did that like 2 or 3 times throughout the tournament. Extremely good. I took someone's DPE with this because they didn't play around it, and this card prevents cards it's pointing to from being destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So had the Geonator, made the Geonator on board with the Whitebeard. Whitebeard effect got the the Golden Hair because it has 0 attack. That's why I always go Golden Hair, and it's also really good engraved. And he used DP effect. DP was the only card he had on field, and he used a DP effect to attempt to pop, and nothing got destroyed because Geonator and the card she points to cannot be destroyed. So Geonator, super good card in plunders. Highly recommend. That's it for the Link Monsters. For the Fcs Monsters, 1 Toad, 1 Zeus. Zeus is very cuttable. I don't think I made Zeus 1 time. I didn't see a situation for it to come up at all. But I did not have a white aura whale. It's a level 8 synchro. And when it's summoned, it destroys every attack position monster your opponent controls. Which not having that card cost me a game in time against the Sword Soul guy I told you guys about yesterday. If I have that card, because all the thing he had on board was Baron. I had about 30 seconds left. I used Adventure Effect. I used your Faithful Adventure Effect to search the Draco back, which he negated because he didn't want his Zeus bounce. I mean his Baron bounce. And I had a Whitebeard in hand. With the token out, I could have made White Aura Whale, destroyed his burn, and went to battle phase and got enough damage in for game. But we did not have it. 1 Shark to match with the Toad, and 2 Mowork. Mowork, super good. It's the Monster Banish. We know where Mowork does. It's the Monster Banish and the Add to Spell Trap. One of probably the one I made the most, honestly. Mowork is, I think, for sure the best ship. Moving on to the Synchros, 2 Brand, the Spell Trap Banish, and I played 1 Dragite. Dragite did come up once. I did make him 1 time. Against Earth Machines in game 1, game 2. I'm not sure. Either one of those games, and it ended up winning me the game. So Dragite did come up. And Brand, it's a Spell Trap Banish, and it adds a monster, and it gives your plan. This is the card is the reason why your planners can get really big along with the field spell. It gives 500 attack to every other fiend monster on board, so that did come up a lot. This deck OTK super easily with the amount of damage you can put on board, and it's because of cards like Brand. And last 2 is 2 lists, 2 monster negate. Super good. List is what I wish all Plunder monsters were, as far as being a quick effect all the time. And it's only dependent on it. And the only thing, if it's equipped, it gets to search. If it's not equipped, it doesn't get to search, which I think is fine. I wish all the Plunder monsters were like that they were always quick effects. But list when it negation destroys, it special summon. Not special summon, I'm sorry. It as any Plunder card from deck to hand. Also, during the main phase as a quick effect, it can special summon a Plunder from your Spell and Trap card zone or from your hand. I've resolved that effect like 7 or 8 times. I did that quite a bit. Super good. That is it for the extra deck, 15 cards, as it should be. And moving on to the side. For the side deck, I played, for the monsters, 2 Token Collector. For Sword Soul, the Brave Engine was everywhere. So Toe Collector went in just about every game 2 and 3. I don't recall not siding it in. And two Droll. I feel like Droll is really good this format because of the Brave stuff. Yes, the searches Enchantress searches right. You can Droll there. If Adventure searches Draco back, typically searches Draco back first. You can Droll there. Keep them off the monster negate. Yeah, I just think Droll is super good. Even like with the Souls package running around, having them draw 2 cards, I feel like Droll's a really solid option in this format. For the spells, we cited a lot of back row hate. A lot of back row hate. One Harpies. And 3 Cyclone. And 2 Droplet were beside it. Yeah, I do not like back row, bro. It's so annoying. I hate losing to monkey flip trap cards, floodgates. So we make sure we sided a lot of back row hate, and we actually have more than this with our traps. And Droplet is just super good, dealing with big boards. Discards in this deck are kind of free, sometimes free, depending on your hand. But like discard Enchantress, discard like a Golden Hair or something. It's not bad at all. Discard a Whitebeard, not bad at all. And the last cards that we sided is the trap cards. 1 Reboot, 1 back row hate. 2 Evenly, more back row hate. And not much to explain there. And the last 2 cards, we sided a second Booty for the tougher matchups like Flunderies and Prank Kids. Booty allows us to change our attribute. Typically, I'm changing if I can get this set up turn 1 versus Prank Kids, I'm making a normal summon dark, making more work, and banishing that monster off field so they can't go to me. I mean, I'm forced them to have a fusion spell or a way to extend. And lastly, I told y'all there was a card during my recap of one of my rounds. I told y'all there was a card in my side deck that won me a game versus Prank Kids that I specifically sided for decks like Prank Kids, and that is Pride of the Plunder Patrol. If you guys don't know what Pride does, if you control a Plunder Patrol monster, first of all, if your Plunder Patrol monster destroys a monster by battle, you draw a card, which I didn't use that, never came up. But if you control a Plunder Patrol monster, I forget the first effect, but the second effect is you can send this card to the graveyard, activate, send this card to the graveyard, look at your opponent's extra deck, and send 1 card from it to the grave. So literally in that match, I went first. I had this card, set it, and he normal summoned a Prank. On summon, activate this card. Send his DPE to grave. So that turns off his DPE. Then I used the effect of my Plunder to make more work since DPE is dark, and I banished his normal summon, and he couldn't play after that. I ended up winning that game because of this card. So this card super good. I don't think it's just limited to Prank Kids. I mean, with DPE running around everywhere, and I feel like most strategies just devolve into controlling a game with DPE and hand traps. No matter like what they're playing, I feel like that is kind of what in the grind game. That's kind of what their strategies devolve to. And if you can get them off their DPE or get them off any key card in their strategy, I think this card is really good. But yes, that is it for the deck profile, guys. Again, we went 5-4, not great, but I did have a great time. The deck was super fun to play. I just feel like my matchups the last few rounds were just very, very tough. Playing decks that don't really give me attributes to play with, really, and losing die rolls aren't fun either. But with that being said, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's gonna be Robert YGO signing off. Peace.